Yoga with Ursula. I am Ursula. I want you to get a blanket and roll it up a little bit so we can support our knees, so we're not overstretching our knees for the next 2 minutes while we are in this seated position. So snuggle yourself here in and coming forward. So don't come right away so deep. Maybe you want to use a little bit more of a pillow under your chest. Do what you can do here and just letting your head relax. We're going to focus today on balancing our body and mind, getting refreshed, calming our body and mind. So sometimes we feel a little anxious, overwhelmed, and so the next couple poses will be grounding poses to give us the connection for our breath and to fine-tune our body, decompress, de-stress, and learning how to let go. We all have stress in our lives, big stress, smaller stress, stress everywhere. So we need to take time in our own body to just have a time out, just to really let go. And yoga is the best way to learn how to do this. Just letting that breath flow deeply in and out of your nose. Learning how to let go, letting those thoughts come and letting them go. Do not hold on. And then we're just going to move the blanket if we want to go a little deeper. This is optional. Just focusing on being here right now in your body and enjoying the benefits those postures will give you. Slowly coming out of this stretch. And we're going to open our legs wide and straddle. You also have to have some blocks ready for today's practice, 2 blocks. So we're going to come forward here, gently open up the inner thighs. And let's get a block actually here already. And lay it horizontal right under your forehead. So in a gentle pressure, press your forehead down on the broader side of your block and let your head roll slowly from side to side. We have a lot of pressure points on our forehead, and that feels really good on our power nervous system. There are lots of glands, and that gentle pressure here feels really good and makes you really refreshed. Again, letting your breath flow in and out of your nose organically, nothing to force it. And we're going to come into side stretch. We're starting on the right, maybe anchoring your index finger right under your Achilles tendon, tucking the other arm behind, and just leaning sideways, leaning more back versus forward. When we stretch, our body loves these movements to stretch and create space in our spine, in the side body. The blood can flow better, our organs are more nourished, and of course our mind benefits from it greatly. Other side. Stretching out the arm all the way is optional. You can keep it totally behind your lower back. Clearing our mind with some deep stretches and deep breathing is always beneficial. So we make our way onto all fours for cat-cow. Inhale, relax here that lower back. Exhale, round and press the floor away. Just organically moving your spine and your breath. And we're going to find puppy pose, walking your arms more forward. You want to try to line up your hips with your knees, whether you tuck or untuck your toes, and trying to bring again your forehead onto the mat. If you're very flexible, you may bring in your chest all the way down. And this is a first inversion, a mild inversion. Your head is lower than your hips. The blood flow will easier come into your brain and make you refreshed and clear-minded and calms your mind. It's a good way here to let that breath flow out of your mouth, that exhale. And we slither all the way through onto our belly for Sphinx pose. Forearms parallel. Pressing your thighs down, your belly down, and isometrically draw your elbows back towards you. Relax the shoulders and just be. From here, we're going to practice our diaphragmatic breathing. So one hand on the opposite shoulder, your elbows move in as you're letting your forehead come gently onto your arms. Legs are spread. So I want you to focus on your inhale as your belly protrudes, it presses into your mat and partially your ribs. Your diaphragm will get nourished, that little resistance of the floor will strengthen it. And then in your exhale, you focus on your lower back. Deep inhale, exhale. Nourish your body, your mind with your breath. And then we keep our legs wide open, walk our hands away from our body, fingertips, and stretch up into seal pose. Coming down, inhale, exhale, rounding your spine here a little bit. Feels so good to stretch. And then palms flat, hold that stretch for a couple breaths, maybe engaging your glutes here to protect your lower back. It's coming all the way down, and we prepare here for bow pose, finding your feet, top of your feet or your ankles, keeping your knees down. As you're pushing your feet into your hands, you will notice your arms straighten and your torso will lift. Do the best you can. Again, push into your hands. Notice how that lifts your torso up, knees stay down. On this variation, we try to keep the head low, does not have to press onto your mat. And same principle, pushing into your hands, feel the shoulder blades coming together, arms lengthening, and this time the knees are lifting. Let's take a quick breath, break, and let's do this again. It's not necessary to bring the knees super high up, just a tiny little lift will do. Relax. And full bow pose. We're lifting now the chest and the knees off, and you can rock here a little bit on your lower belly. Back bends have the tendency to give us energy, make us happy because of the blood flow in all the neurons and nerve endings in our spine. One more time. Push back, lift up, lift the knees with a little muscle action here. And letting go all the way, slowly coming here into child's pose. Maybe knees wide open or knees together, just snuggling here in for a couple deep breaths. Letting that body, that spine here relax. For the next pose, you will need the two blocks. We're gonna open here the chest, the throat. So one block in a horizontal position will go right under your shoulder blade. So it depends on everybody's comfort level where you want to set the block. It will not hurt if you find the right spot, and the second block vertical will go right behind your lower head, and then you can just lay your arms down, stretch out your legs, and breathing deep into your chest cavity. The slight pressure behind your head is very beneficial again for the occiput, but is right in your lower neck, the skull. Perhaps close your eyes and let that breath flow. Notice how the chest is opening up and how the belly sinks. Another option, you may bring the soles of your feet together if this is comfortable for you, letting your knees fall out to the side. Just practice here some deep breathing. Very slowly coming off the blocks, move them out of the way. We just need one. We're going to put it now right under our lower back, usually the edges where your yoga pants ends. You want to feel your legs effortlessly being up, not struggling. That's when you know the block is right. You can also do this pose against the wall. Letting now the blood come out our feet and legs. Again, inversion. The head is now lower than the heart. Feel free here to move your feet. Should not be strenuous. Legs stay straight. Perhaps close your eyes. See, I'm moving my feet a little bit. This is optional. Both feet point, flex, and then one leg at a time for good circulation. This pose will bring your blood pressure down, and then bringing your knees into the chest, letting that tailbone be free. The block will help to bring those knees deeper into your chest. Gives you this feeling of security when you feel anxious to have your knees into the chest. Moving the block, and we're going to stretch that body long, arms overhead, just stretch, make yourself long, maybe pointing your toes or keeping flexed. Nothing better against a little distress and anxiety, anxiousness, to move some gentle yoga, some deep breathing, and just taking some time out for yourself. And we're gonna come here again one more time, knees to chest. Now this time we're lifting shoulders and face towards the knees. Take a big inhale here again. Into Shavasana. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next video. Have a fantastic rest of your day.